Hello, all of you. Welcome to my third session of cloud computing. Today, we are going to discuss about the virtual machines. Virtualization is a technology that you can use to create virtual representations of servers, storage, network, and other physical machines. So, by using the cloud computing, we can also create the virtual machines, virtual servers, and this concept is called as a virtualization. Virtual softwares mimics the function of physical hardware to run multiple virtual machines simultaneously on a single physical machine. So the multiple machines simultaneously can be connected to a single physical machine. So by using the single machine or single computer or single laptop, we can create a number of virtual machines, and we can simultaneously or parallelly work with the a number of machines virtually on a single physical machine. It also powers cloud computing services that help organizations manage infrastructure more efficiently. So when one computer is able to create duplication or the virtualization of a number of computers, then the work can also be shared by a number of computers parallelly, and it will be easy to complete the task fastly. Virtual machines. What do you mean by the virtual machines? The working principles of virtual machines. Whatever the device we are using by connecting to the cloud, that is called as a virtual machines. For example, if you are using the cloud by using your personal laptops, then your personal laptops may be considered as the virtual machines. What are the working principles of virtual machines? After installing virtualization software, you can create one or more virtual machines. So, for example, in my laptop, if I install virtualization software, then parallelly I can create a number of virtual devices in my laptop, and I can share my work parallelly to other devices. VMs, virtual machines, are accessed like other applications on your computers. Your physical computer running the your physical computer running the virtual software virtual software for a number of systems, and multiple guests can run concurrently on a single host. Each guest has its independent operating system, which can differ from or the same as the host operating system. See here, this concept I'm also going to tell you practically. So how I'm going to install the virtualization and how parallelly the work can be shareable by a number of systems. A virtual machine function A virtual machine functions like a typical physical server, complete with its settings, configurations, and installed application. Computing resources, CPU, RAM, storage within a virtual machine appears and function identically to those on a physical server. Guest operating systems and their applications can be configured and updated independently without impacting the host operating system. Hypervisories. Hypervisor is a software which is used for the installation of virtualization. The hypervisor is a virtualization software that you install on your physical machines. It is a software layer that acts as an intermediate between the virtual machine and the underlying hardware or host operating system. The hypervisory coordinates access to the physical environment so that several virtual machines have access to their share of physical resources. Here we can see the virtual machines and hypervisory software of virtualization can be connected to the virtual machines by networking, storage, and the management, security, and monitoring. And the Dockers. Docker is a software platform that enables you to build, test, and deploy applications quickly. You run container and Docker. A container has everything a software application needs to run. So these are the benefits of the containers. Repeatable self-contained environments. Software runs the same in different environments. Developers laptop test, production, faster to launch and stop or terminate than virtual machines. So this is the architecture of the containers. Architecture of the containers versus virtual machines. So he says orchestration containers. Okay, fine. Now today's our practical session is about the virtualization, how we are going to deploy parallel environment from one physical node. So now practically I'm going to show you how in my laptop I'm going to create virtual machines and how I'm going to run parallelly my laptop as well as the virtual machines. Different desktops I'm going to create. Okay. So now let us start our learners lab. In my first session, introduction to AWS Learners Lab, I explained clearly how to access the Learners Lab platform. Okay, so let us start. So this indicates here environment is ready to use. We should wait. This in the cloud computing, the network, we have to wait for the network. And always I used to tell this red dot indicates it is in the start, it is in the ending stage. Your lab was ended. So if you want to run the environment, we have to go to the start lab. Go to the start lab. So the dot turns to yellow. Let us wait until it turns to green. See, already my dollars, $26.1 already consumed. Network is very slow. That's the reason it's taking some time. Okay, successfully it turns to green. So now we can start our lab session. So click on this one. You are going to have your environment. Okay, fine. So today we are going to create one virtual desktop, virtual machine from the same physical device. So now my physical device is my laptop. And from my laptop, I'm going to create one more desktop that is a virtual desktop. So I'm going to create the virtual desktop by using the EC2 instance. So by creating the EC2 instance, I am going to, so this is the object storage. By creating EC2, I'm going to create one more device on my laptop. So for that, I have to create EC2 first, then create the virtual machines. Already, I clearly explained in my first session, Introduction to AWS and Learners Lab, how to create the EC2. But the people, those who not followed my first lecture, once again, I'm repeating is creation of EC2. So already I use the EC2, so that's why in console, home console, I'm getting the EC2. But if people, those who are using first time, they can go to the search and write as EC2. So here this is the EC2 virtual servers in the cloud. So click on the EC2. You will be entered into EC2 page. So what I said that always you have to check that your environment should be 0. But see, uh, my instances, still 2 instances are running. That's the reason why my dollars are consuming very fastly. So you have to take care that these instances, after you working, your instances should be deleted. Your instances should be deleted, or else your dollars should be consumed fastly. So here I'm having terminate option. Click on terminate. Same for this also, select instance, terminate instance. Here it is showing a successfully initiated terminate deletion. Just refresh once, either they are deleting or not. See now, no instances are there. Again, once go back to the instances and check. See, still they are in the running stage. We think that we deleted successfully, but see, still it is showing in running stage. So we should be very careful. All the instances should be terminated properly. Here we are having force terminate option also. If 1 or 2 times whenever you are trying, your instances is not deleting, you can go with the force termination also. Again, click on refresh. See, still it is running. See, now with this is showing us running. When we are trying to terminate, if the network is very slow, then also we may get such kind of problems. It is showing us terminating, but the instances won't be terminated properly. See, terminated, but this one still it is showing. Come to instances again. So see, still these many terminated, but these many instances still showing. Okay, leave about this. Later I will delete all the instances. Okay, now we have to create the virtual window, right? So for that, let us create one new instance. For creating new instance, click on the launch instance. This is the page where we are going to create the EC2 instance. First of all, we have to give the name of EC2. Always I used to tell the names, whatever we are creating, S3 bucket, EBS, EC2, whatever we are creating, Elastic Beanstalk, whatever we are creating, everything should be have the unique name. So to give the unique name, so my virtual machine tag with today's date, 28/03/2026. then it will be somewhat unique name. And if it is not unique name, immediately it will show you that the name doesn't exist. So then you can change. So I'm giving the name, and here now I want to choose Windows operating system to create the virtual window. So here I'm choosing Windows Microsoft. And default it will be T3.micro. You are also having the different options here, and 3T T3.micro is somewhat fast networking, but the dollars is also consumed fastly. If your network supports, you can also go with the T2.micro. You can also go with the T2.micro. If you are getting, say, for me, T2.micro is not showing. So I'm going with the default one, that is T3.micro. And coming to the key pair, this is very important thing has to remember. Last time in my first video, creation of EC2 by using the Linux server, I selected the default one. I selected the default one, Woki. Woki is the default key pair which we can work on the Linux servers. When we are working on the Linux server, defaultly we can choose the Woki. But now I'm going to use the Windows operating system. So for the Windows operating system, I have to create my own key pair. So for that, here I'm having the option as create new key pair. So click on create new key pair. Here you have to give the name, and better to give the same name whatever you given for the EC2, and same name you can give for the key pair for avoiding the confusion. So I given as my virtual machine, today's date, that is 28/03/2026. Same name I'm repeating. Fine. So key type is RSA, encrypted public and private key. That is default one for this environment. And private key file format .pem is also this is used for OpenSSH. So PEM is also default one. Let it be like that only. So here in this window, we are giving only the key pair name that I given the same whatever I used for the creation of EC2. Now click on create key pair. Okay, so see here our .pem file is created and downloaded. Let it be like that. So our key pair was created. Key pair was created. And here coming to the network security, network settings, everything will be same. But here we have to give access to all the traffic protocols. Access to all the traffic protocols. Defaultly only one is enabled. So let do the enable of the remaining HTTP traffic protocols also. Okay, so this is the thing what I did in this page of creation of EC2. So here first I given the name. Here first I given the name of the EC2 instance, and then I chosen operating system as Windows, and my instant type is defaulted T3.micro because I don't have the option for T2.micro. And this is an important step where to choose the key pair. So as I'm going with the Windows operating system, so I'm not choosing the existing key pair. I'm creating new key pair. So for creation of new key pair, I clicked on the create new key pair, and I given the name of the key pair. And then my PEM file was downloaded. And here I enable all the HTTP traffic protocols. Here now you are having option as launch instance. After confirming all the settings given properly, then go to launch instance. So it is launching. Your security group rules, it is launching. Okay, successfully initiated launch of instance. So your EC2 instance was launched successfully with the new key pair. So I think we got, okay. So now click here, successfully initiated launch of instance. Click here. Okay, so here we got like this. See, this is the complete information of the EC2. In the previous video also, I said it clearly. It is a complete information of EC2, EC2 instance ID, public IPv4 address, private IPv. Also going to work on this in the next videos, if time permits. So public IPv4 address, private IPv4 address, host name, IAM role, subnet ID, VPC ID, AWS compute optimizes finding elastic IP address, private IP DNS name. Every clear information is, see here we are having so much of information about the EC2 what we created now. So this is the entire information of the EC2 what we created. So I explained everything. I explained everything in my first video. Now our task is to create one virtual window. So for that, click on connect. Now I created one EC2 with my own key pair. So now I'm connecting. Click on connect. Okay, so we got like this. So defaultly SSM session manager was there, but now I want to create remote desktop. So that's why I will click on RDP client. So this minute options you have to be very carefully check which option you have to select, or else it will be very messy. So I'm going to create the virtual machine. So I'm clicking on RDP client. Click on RDP client. Okay. So this is the thing. Now connection type, connecting using RDP client. Now I want to download a remote desktop file. So let me download remote desktop. Already my PIM file was ready. Now I want to download the remote desktop file. Click on, see here, my remote desktop file is also ready and my PIN file is also ready. Okay. So now just what I did, I downloaded remote desktop file and I created my own virtual private, I created my own key pair. But now what I want to do, I want to uh, get permission, that is get password, and that password was automatically generated by the application where it is very secure. So for that, I will click on get password. Okay, so after clicking on the get password, here it is asking to upload private key file. So what is the file we have to upload here? The PIM file which is already downloaded. So upload private key file. So go to the downloads. This is my PIM file. Okay, so click on and click on. Okay, so it is what the system is application is doing means it is taking our key our key pair, and it is taking it is generating private key password by taking the PIN file. Okay, after downloading, click on decrypt password. Now it is encrypted. Here, this is the encrypted format of the password by using our PIN file. Now let us click on decrypt password. Okay, so here your password was generated. Now copy this password, and go to already we downloaded the remote desktop file. So by using this password was generated by the application by using our key pair, which is very secure. By taking the key pair, the application developed one private key as a password, and that was in the encrypted form. We decrypted that password, and finally we got this password. Now I copied this password, and I am opening the desktop file, which is already we downloaded. See, in the go to the downloads. See, this is my desktop file, which I downloaded now. So this desktop file should be always with the icon of the desktop. So you have to remember that that should be with the icon of the desktop, and this file is in the format of Notepad. Okay, so no confusion. Even though both the names are same, no need to confuse. The key pair is in the format of .pen with the Notepad symbol, and the desktop remote file is with the icon of desktop. So no need to confuse, even both of them are having the same name. Now click on desktop file. See, it is asking you either to connect. It is asking you to connect. Click on connect. So it is connecting. Now it is asking the password. So already our application generated one strong password. I already copied. Here, paste that password. Okay. So click on OK. So it is asking computer cannot be where we want to connect anywhere else because we connected to public. So let us see yes. Our remote desktop is getting ready. If the network is slow, it takes some time. So yes, finally, this is our remote desktop. See, it is same as our desktop. See, I will show you. This is our desktop. This is my physical mode. This is my physical laptop. So where I am using my operating system. But parallelly, I also created another virtual machine, another desktop. So parallelly, two machines are running. One is my laptop and another one is virtual machine. We have niceties to parallelly working on two devices parallelly. That is a concept of virtualization, which I covered just now in my theoretical thing. So see how nice it is to create. So see here, we are having the difference between the physical device and the virtual device is here we are having the EC2 that icons are tagging with the EC2. So what is the reason means we are connecting the virtual machines. We are connecting the virtual machines through the EC2 instance. So that's the reason here we are getting the thing as the EC2. So remaining everything is same. You can happily work on this virtual machine. You can download the things. You can store the things. You can extend the memory. This is the new thing. Now, okay, we created one virtual machine. But is a virtual machine contains the same memory storage like our physical node, or it is having any default storage, or can we share our storage of physical device to the virtual machine, or can we extend? So such kind of doubts everybody may have. So all such kind of doubts, I will take one more session, how to create, or do we have the memory storage in the virtual machine, or can we extend the storage of virtual machine, or can we share the storage from our device, physical device to the virtual machine, everything clearly. I will take one more class to explain all these things. So to discuss about the virtual memory of the virtual desktop, again we have to do the entire process of this, and then only we can go with the storage of the virtual machine. So it takes half an hour more. So I plan to discuss about this in the next session. Okay, so I hope all of you understand. So after your work is completed, so don't click on arrow mark directly if you want to still continue. But now, okay, so don't click on arrow mark directly to close. How you are shutting down your system, same like that only you can see. You are feeling that it is your laptop desktop. No, it is virtual desktop. Now I am going to shut down this virtual desktop and to enter my desktop. See, you can go to here. You can go to here. You can shut down. Is shutting down. Shutting down of what? Shutting down of your virtual window. Shutting down of your remote desktop service session has ended. The remote computer is shutting down. Okay, fine. Now again I enter into my own desktop. Fine. So this is how we created our own virtual machine from the same laptop. Now I created only one virtual machine. Like that, we can also create a number of virtual machines from the same physical node. Okay, so now go to the instance. I already used to tell after your work is completed, don't forget to wind up your instances. See, this is my instance. Click on terminate. 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 And try to terminate all the instances. Terminate all the instances. Let's click on refresh once. Okay, like this, try to terminate all the instances. Once here all the instances are terminated, then go to your learner's lab console and try to stop end the lab. Click on end lab. Yes. Wait until it turns to red. Okay, fine. So now I ended my lab. So hope today's class is very interesting and all the people understand clearly. So in the next video, let us come again with one more new topic. Thank you all.